Good morning students. Hope you have seen last video on triple column cash book. Today we will have another question from our textbook, which is illustration number 10 of triple column cash book. We will post few entries for triple column cash book. So let's we start our triple column cash book illustration number 10 of chapter 9. So first entry is cash in hand. That is opening balance for cash book, and that is for cash, not for bank. So for opening balance, as we know, the entry is to balance BD, that is 14,000 in cash. Our next entry is bank overdraft. In last session of Zoom, I told you about bank overdraft. What is bank overdraft? That is the extra amount that we can withdraw from our bank account even we don't have that amount in our bank account. If we have 10,000 in our bank account, if we have 10,000 balance in our bank account and we need 15,000 money urgently, so manager of the bank can allow a little much amount of overdraft to withdraw from our bank, so we can use that amount to pay our debts or anything. If we need an amount of 15,000 and we have balance of 10,000, the remaining amount of 5,000 that we are withdrawing from our bank account, that is bank overdraft. So in this case we have a negative balance of bank account, that is 13,200. As we know, all assets have a debit balance, so accordingly bank account balance should be here, but because this is a negative balance, which is bank overdraft, it goes on opposite side. So for negative balance it will go on opposite side by balance BD 13,200. And as I told you in earlier videos that a bank balance can be in negative but cash always be in positive, because what you have in hand you can spend only that much in cash, but in bank you can withdraw a little much amount more than what you have in your account. Our next entry is wages paid. As we know, that is outflow of cash, so it will go on credit side by wages account 1400. Our next entry is cash sales. When there is a sales of anything, that means there is a inflow of cash into the business. So because they already mentioned that we are selling in cash, so it will go in cash 17,000 in the name of sales to sales account. Our next entry is purchase goods from Rahul, Kolkata for 12,250, paid by check in full settlement on April 8, 12,000. What we are doing? We are paying Rahul 12,000 for good purchased of the amount of 12,250 in full settlement. It means we are receiving a 250 rupees discount from that person, which name is Rahul. And this is a bank transaction because we are paying through check. It is not a credit transaction, so we will post in cash book and in bank column because we are paying by check. So there is an outflow of bank, not a outflow of cash from our account books. On April 8th, we paid 12,000 to Rahul. So we need to deduct 12,000 from bank account, and we received 250 as a discount from Rahul, and we purchased goods from Rahul, so we will put it on the name of Rahul by Rahul account. How much we paid? 12,000, and we received 250 as a discount from Rahul. Our next entry is purchased furniture for cash, that is 10,000. In case of purchase also there is a outflow of cash from business furniture account 10,000, because they clearly mention that we are paying in cash for purchase of that furniture. So we will deduct 10,000 from the cash account. Next entry is cash paid to Rohit. Discount received 100 rupees. So we are paying 5,000 rupees to Rohit and received a discount of 100 rupees. And they mentioned that we are paying in cash. So we will deduct from cash account. By Rohit, we are paying 5,000 and we are receiving discount of 100 rupees from Rohit. So this is how the discount column works. If we are allowed interest discount to anyone, we will put this side, because we can allow discount to anyone only in the cases when we are receiving payment from that person. But till now all the entries we are paying money to someone, like in case of Rahul also, like in case of Rohit also, we are paying money to them and allow and receiving a discount from them, because they are creditor for us and they are allowing a discount to us. Our next entry is check issued to Rahul was dishonored. This is the new thing for you. Earlier we paid Rahul a check of 12,000. That is here 12,000 we paid. We reduced our bank by 12,000. But the same check was dishonored. Dishonored means the bank do not allow the payment of that check. Means हमने राहुल को वो चेक दिया, लेकिन राहुल ने जब बैंक में उसे लगाया, बैंक ने पेमेंट नहीं की, वो किन्हीं कारणों से डिसोनर्ड हो गया. तो when we issued a check to Rahul, we deduct our bank balance by 12,000. But in actual, at the time of the bank did not allow the payment to the Rahul. So our bank balance is still the same as it is before. So the deduction we made earlier of 12,000 from our bank account, now we need to add it back in the name of Rahul. To Rahul, 12,000. So now Rahul is again standing in our books, but because bank do not allowed payment to Rahul, our bank balance remains the same. So the deduction we made in 12,000 in bank account earlier, now we need to add it back to our bank account. This is what we did. Our next entry is cash sale. This is the simple entry. When we are selling goods, we will receive cash, so there is an inflow of cash to sales account 4,500. In two entries that we made earlier, in one entry I used the name account in front of name of Rahul. So this is the mistake. We do not use account in front of any real name. When we are using the real name like Rahul, Shyam, Ram, we do not use account in further of that name. After cash sale, we have entry of bank charged interest on overdraft, that is 500. Bank charged interest on overdraft. In starting, when we started with the bank overdraft, it means we have a negative balance in bank, and when bank allowed us a overdraft, bank charged a interest on that overdraft, because it allowed a credit for us when we required it. So bank can charge an interest on overdraft, and because bank is charging 500 and bank charges interest from bank account, not by cash. When bank charge interest, they do not call us to pay the interest, they directly charge from our account. So what we need to do, we need to deduct it from bank account by interest account, that is 500. Our next entry is deposited into bank. That is a contra entry. As I told, we have two contra entries. That one is deposited into bank, second is withdrawal from the bank. So when we depositing into bank, we need to increase the bank by 7,000 to cash, and we need to reduce cash by 7,000. by bank, because we are depositing money in bank, so we will increase bank, and we are depositing cash into bank, so we need to decrease the balance of cash in our accounts. Next thing is paid telephone bill by check. Now we are paying telephone bill by check, so we need to deduct it from bank account because we are paying those bills by check. So the entry will go in the name of telephone expenses by telephone expenses account, that is 600, and we need to deduct it from bank. That is done. Okay, our next entry is sold goods for 23,500 to Vikas and received check in full settlement, deposited same day, allowed him a discount of 500. So it is also a simple entry, that is we are receiving a check from Vikas and we are depositing that check into the bank. So what we need to do, we need to increase our bank balance by 23,000 because we sold goods of 23,500 and this Vikas sent a check after getting a discount of 500 from us. We allowed a discount of 500 to him and remaining amount he sent by check. So we received a check of 23,000. Because we received check, we will put it into bank 23,000 and we allowed a discount of 500. This is the first entry that we have in today's question about discount allowed. Till now we received discount from Rahul also, from Rohit also, but in this entry we received check. We are receiving check from Vikas after allowing a discount of 500 to Vikas. So we need to put the entry in the name of sales because we are selling goods to sales account and we don't know what we sold, so we will just put the name by sales account. Our next entry is paid rent 800. So by rent account, that is 800, it will go into cash. We are paying by cash. Next entry is drawing cash for personal use. Now we are withdrawing cash for personal use, so we need to reduce cash in the name of drawing by 1000. Now in this case we are withdrawing cash, but business do not receiving back to anything in as in deposit or in withdrawal transaction from bank. We are receiving cash into the business and we are paying cash to the bank, so that was a contra entry. But in this case we are withdrawing cash, so if we are depositing that cash into bank, we can increase bank and it will be a contra entry. But because that cash we are withdrawing for personal use, we will put it in the name of drawing only. Our next entry is paid salary by salary account, that is also 2000. These are the expenses that we pay into the cash unless they separately mentioned that they are paying by check or any other instrument. Next is interest collected by bank. Till now in first time we have an entry of bank charge interest, so we deducted that amount from bank account, that is this one, bank interest. Now bank collected interest means bank paying interest to us, it means we are receiving interest from the bank, so we will put in the name of interest received account, that is 2500. So bank directly credited that amount into our account. When bank deduct interest or bank credit interest, it directly do transaction in our bank account. They do not call us to for any bank charge or for any interest allowed, that we are allowing interest, you can take. They do not call us. What they will do, they will do credit in our bank account or either debit into our bank account directly. So our question is completed. Now we need to settle or balance our accounts. So this is our account, that is cash book. First we need to balance the cash column. 14,000, 17,000, that is 31, and for 35,500. 35,500, it will go direct 500, double cash, that is closing of account. On other side also we need to write that 35,500, that is close account. And this side also we need to calculate discount received. 250 and 100 is 350, close account. Now we need to deduct all the cash balances from this debit cash balance, that is 2, 3, 7, 3, 10 remaining, that is then remaining balance will be 8,300 by balance CD. This is for cash column. Now we need to balance our bank account column. So first we need to check which side have highest balance in case of bank account, because bank balance can be negative. So either maybe debit side is higher, either maybe credit side is higher. So first we need to sum up debit side, that is 12, 19, 22, 44, 500. What we need to do, we need to just return it separately. In this side we have balance of, that is 26,300. So debit side balance of bank account is more, so we will took this balance on both the side, 44,500, 44,500. So we got the balance. This is the highest balance that we have. On the other side, the sum of the credit side is 26,300, that we need to deduct it from this balance, that is highest balance from debit side. So the remaining balance would be 18,200. So this is our third question on triple column cash book, in which we got two new entries, that is bank charge interest on overdraft and other is bank interest collected by bank. And in opening balance we got a new thing, that is bank overdraft, that I already taught in last class, that bank overdraft is a negative balance in our bank account that we withdraw in case of need. Okay, I need to tell another entry, that is receiving a check. For first time till now what we have studied, that when we are receiving a check we will put it into bank account, but for receiving a check in case of sale or anything we have two conditions. First thing is, when we are receiving a check but we are not depositing that check on the same day into the bank, so we will have few entries on it. On 1st April, we sold goods to Ram for 30,000 and received a check. Now, till now, what we have studied, that when we are receiving a check, we need to directly submit it into bank account. But from here, there is a difference, because on the next entry, they put that on April 7, that check deposited into the bank. So, it means we are receiving that check on 1st April, but we are depositing that check into bank on the 7th April. So there are two situations that we have, that if we are receiving check on 1st April and we are depositing that check on April 7, on which date we need to put the entries into our books. So on 1st April, what we need to do, we need to receive that check into our cash column. April 1st, by the name of sales, to sales 30,000 we received 30,000 in the name of cash, clear? But on April 7 we are depositing that check into the bank. April 7 to cash account 30,000, and now we need to deduct that 30,000 amount from cash account because we are depositing that the same amount into the bank by bank account 30,000. So when we are receiving a check, we need to check is there any other entry for that check on any other date. If the same entry will happen that sold goods to Ram for 30,000 and received a check, and no other entry for depositing mentioned in the whole question, so what we need to do, we need to directly deposit into the bank account. But when they clearly mention that we are depositing that check on some other date into the bank, same in this question, that they clearly mention that this check we are depositing on April 7, not on the same day. So what we need to do, first on the day of the sale we need to receive that amount into the cash in our cash book. When we are depositing that check into the bank account, we need to increase the balance of bank by 30,000, but we need to reduce the cash balance by 30,000 because we are depositing that cash into the bank, because we are depositing same check that we received from Ram on 1st April, we are depositing on 7th April. So this is the transaction for receiving of check on some other day or depositing of check some other day. Next entry is sold goods to Mohan and received a check of 20,000 and deposited into bank on the same day. In this question they clearly mention that that check we are receiving from Mohan, we are depositing that check into the bank on the same day. So in this question we directly increase our bank account by 20,000 on April 10 to sales account, because we received that check on April 10 and we deposited that check into the bank on the same day. So there we will not use two entries for that check. In first case we use two entries because we are depositing that check after few days into the bank. So we need to first increase our cash balance, then we need to decrease it and we need to add up bank balance, but on the day when we are depositing into the bank. In the other entry on April 10th, when we received check and deposited on the same day, we will directly increase the bank balance. In any one more entries for this one is, if we are receiving check from Mohan and nothing other thing is mentioned in that question that we are deposited that check or not, so what we will do, we will take it on the same day basis that we are depositing that check on the same day into the bank account, so we will directly increase the bank account balance. So this is the final entry for the cash book. Till now what we have done, hope you are doing question of cash book, whether it is single column or whether it is triple column cash book.